If you just got deported, don't expect to have the same amenities you had in the US, my boy. First off, no hot water out here. Ain't no left hot, right cold. The water is either gonna be normal, cold, or freezing cold.
Life of a lash artist from Dallas, Texas, who got deported after being in the U.S. for 28 years. When I was a little girl, I was 2 years old, and my parents took me illegally to the United States, which my parents were illegal too.
A lot of people have been deported back to their countries, right? And most people hasn't been to their countries in so long. Most of them came here when they were little, like 8, 5, 10, and many years later, they find themselves back in their home countries, and some of them are showing us behind the scenes of how their living conditions are looking like. So I'm going to play you a few videos of life after deportation.
Good morning. My name is Joanne. I'm 47 years old. At 5 years old was the last time I was in Haiti. I have lived in the U.S. all my life. I was forced to be living back in Haiti due to deportation. My life here is not stable. Girl, this the kitchen right here where people cook. You probably can't see it good. This the kitchen, girl. And girl, let me show you the bathroom. This is where you take a shower at. And let me show you where you use the bathroom at. You see that hole? Okay. Now, this where this young lady and her son, she pregnant. She let me stay until I can get out of here or get on my feet. Look. Girl, look. This her son. We all sleep on one bed. Life is hard up here, girl. This shit is crazy.
You just got deported. Don't expect to have the same amenities you had in the US, my boy. First off, no hot water out here. Ain't no left hot, right cold. The water is either gonna be normal, cold, or freezing cold. It's like you gotta water the water, bro. El agua se mira bien marchitada. That's the best water pressure you're gonna get. And there's times, most places in El Salvador only get water like 4 to 5 hours per day. So you know what you gotta do? Te agarras una paila, papá. After a week, you'll be clean, traumatized, y pije salvadoreño.
When we first migrated to the United States 28 years ago, I was only 5 years old, and I do remember a lot of these things still being the same. I remember us not having access to a restroom and having to shower outside with buckets of water. I think I spent so many years of my life thinking that I would never be back home. And now that I'm here, it does make me sad to see that if I want to give my kids a future here, I have to start from scratch with literally nothing. And although I did make the decision to go to a bigger city, it does make me sad to see that these places just get abandoned like this. I hope this is a good reminder for the people that are in the United States that are undocumented, to let them know that you still have a place back home and you should always have a plan B. You don't want to be left in a situation like I am, where I literally have nothing and I have to start from scratch. I've had a very humbling experience living here for the last 4 months, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed my videos and come along with me on this journey after deportation. In this video, you can see my Tío Pedro walking. In the far end, the brown house is what used to be my grandparents' house. The white house is where my Tío Pedro currently lives. And this big terreno belongs to my parents. I know that if I decided to stay here, I can create something big and beautiful. But honestly, I'm having a hard time adjusting to life in the pueblo. And I've mentioned to you guys before that the income here is very minimal. And before I end this video, I want to give you a reminder to please be grateful for what you have because many have less.
Life of a lash artist from Dallas, Texas, who got deported after being in the U.S. for 28 years. When I was a little girl, I was 2 years old, and my parents took me illegally to the United States, which my parents were illegal too, and all of my siblings were U.S. citizens, but they were not the age of 21 and older. I was processed by ICE because I did not have a license and I did not have a social, so they allowed me to continue to fight my case in the US. So I fought my case. But in 2019, they decided, from 2013 to 2019, they decided, and the court decided, that I needed a voluntary departure because I did not hold any of these things, right? So when I went to court, my case was closed, and when I went to go report, because I was out on recognition since 2013, they basically told me that I would be eligible of a petition since I was married to a U.S. citizen. I had already gotten married, but the lawyer that I had at the time gave me bad legal advice and told me to just return to my country and find a job and make a living here. After I left court, I went to go report, which is something that you have to do when you are trying to apply for your residency or just trying to stay in the States, period. So I showed up, and the judge who had been before me my entire time going to court told me that that lawyer had given me bad legal advice and for me to get a new lawyer. So I ended up finding a new lawyer, and he petitioned for me. My husband is the one that is a U.S. citizen, so I filed a petition and I filed a cancellation of deportation, which was supposed to cancel the deportation. But with everything happening with Trump right now, there's no way for them to cancel the deportation because it was already there. That is the reason why I'm in this position in the first place. My parents never had the money to fix papers for me, so this is why I'm in this position. I also never applied for DACA because my parents didn't have the money, and they didn't have the money to even fix papers for themselves. We always had really poor jobs and really sucky jobs just to make a living. It just was impossible, and I hope people could just understand that.
I'm gonna try to make this video real quick, bro. Hopefully help somebody out. If you got deported just like me and you didn't invest in your country, bro, more than likely you're gonna be working in a call center, right? Which is the worst. But anyways, like, that's what it is, bro. That's the only type of job you're gonna be able to have if you want to win like a little bit more money. You know what I mean? So here where I'm at, bro, in El Salvador, call centers are stressful, bro. You're gonna be working 10 hours a day, every day for 5 days straight out the week. And you're gonna be making anywhere from $600 to $800 a month. Yeah, bro, like a month. Not every week, not every 2 weeks, like a month. You're gonna be making $600 to $800 a month. And not only that, bro, the management, they're a little bit pushy. It's kind of stressful, bro. It's stressful to be working in a call.
This lady was here for 40 something years, and she never thought about going back to visit Haiti, to visit her homeland. She didn't have any family members left in Haiti. No uncles, aunties, cousins, grandmas, like anyone for her to even say, let me go back to visit. Because if she had done that, she would have seen the conditions where, her families are living in. That is where she was going to stay. She will probably help them a little bit, trying to put like even decent 2 bedrooms where she can just, her families can just lay her head. That's why I kind of feel like Africans, we do such a good job at like going home, visiting our family back home, working so hard. I know people that I hear that work 2-3 jobs just so they can pay their rent here, take care of their families here, and also take care of what they have to take care of back home. But I think this is the norm for a lot of people. A lot of people live like this, and there's nothing wrong with it. These are like some of the most happiest people, but this is like life after. So this is just giving us like, as from third world countries, I think we need to do better when we travel to the West. When we travel to the West, regardless, our home is our home. We have to invest in our home as well. We have to invest in our home. But anyways, let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.